For many years now, the wealthiest people list has been dominated by the tech giants like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg. We even saw some billionaires in the richest people list from finance like Warren Buffett and Bloomberg. But it's the first time that we see a luxury brand owner is the wealthiest person, and that too a non-American. It's the first time that a European is holding the title of the wealthiest person. Bernard Arnault, a French businessman and the CEO of LVMH, has dethroned all the tech and finance moguls and became the richest person in the world, with a net worth of whopping $190 billion. LVMH has recorded a revenue of $54.9 billion in the first 9 months of 2022. LVMH owns 75 prestigious brands, which includes Louis Vuitton, Tiffany, Christian Dior, Marc Jacobs, Fendi, Sephora, and Benefit Cosmetics. LVMH is one of the rare companies that creates the product in Europe and sells it in China, unlike other companies that create and assemble products in China and then sells it to the rest of the world. But do you know, LVMH has neither a market cap of $1 trillion as other top companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, or Meta, nor does LVMH make anything that creates value in people's day-to-day lives. Then how come Bernard Arnault became the richest person in this digital era? Also, out of all the luxury brands that LVMH owns, none of them was created by Bernard Arnault, unlike other tech giants who were the founder of their companies. In this video, we'll talk about the story of LVMH and Bernard Arnault and explore many interesting things behind the rise of this fashion tycoon. So, stick around. Bernard was born on March 5, 1949 in a wealthy family in northern France. His father had a construction business. Bernard graduated from the École Polytechnique, France's leading engineering school, and joined his father in his business. 3 years later, Bernard convinced his father to shift the focus of the company to real estate and sold the industrial construction division, and rose to become the president of the company. Bernard briefly shifted to US as well in an open reaction to the rise of the French socialists and their determination to tax the rich. He spent 3 years in US growing his family's real estate business, but moved back to France in 1983. In fact, while in New York, Bernard once during a ride in a taxi asked the taxi driver if he knew the president of France. Then the taxi driver replied that he didn't know the president of the France, but he did know Christian Dior. This small conversation also gave Bernard the recognition of the French brand and made him proud to be French. Bernard understood what the luxury brands mean and their value. In 1984, the parent company of Christian Dior, called Bussac, went bankrupt, and Bernard heard that the French government was looking for a buyer to take over the Bussac empire. Bernard, with the help of a senior partner at a financial management firm, Lazard, won the bidding of Bussac, but he was interested only in Christian Dior and sold all the other assets of the company and laid off 9,000 employees. By 1987, the company was profitable again, but the Bernard was named as the Terminator. Before we go further, if you have enjoyed the video this far, please smash on that like button and subscribe to our channel. We are working hard to bring more amazing business stories to you. Thank you. After successfully acquiring Christian Dior and making it profitable again, Bernard wanted to grow in the luxury business. So he met with the CEO of Moet & Cie and the president of Louis Vuitton to form LVMH. He later acquired the majority stake in LVMH and became the chairman and CEO of LVMH Group. And then began one of the fiercest battles in the French fashion world. Bernard fought to oust first the former chairman and then many of the top executives. He gained a reputation for ruthlessness, along with a nickname, the Wolf in Cashmere. Bernard proceeded to make a series of brilliant business decisions. He wanted to expand, but only with the best. In the next few decades, Bernard acquired many other top labels in the world into the LVMH group, like Celine, Kenzo, Marc Jacobs, Sephora, Fendi, Bulgari, and the latest they acquired Tiffany in 2021, which is believed to be the biggest luxury brand acquisition ever. LVMH brands are divided into 6 major sectors: fashion group, wines and spirits, perfumes and cosmetics, watches and jewelry, selective distribution and other activities. There is Louis Vuitton in fashion and leather, wine and spirits is dominated by Anzi, there is Christian Dior for perfume and the cosmetic sector is dominated by Sephora. There is jewelry with Bulgari and watches with Tag Heuer. Bernard himself owns properties across the world and a private island in Bahamas. Apart from LVMH, Bernard Arnault likes to invest his money. He has invested in a variety of startups, including Netflix and Boo.com. Years ago, he entered into the yachts business as well and purchased Princess Yachts for over $200 million and Royal Van Land for a similar price. But now coming back to the original question. Even though Bernard is not creating any valuables for everyday life, why are people so interested in buying these luxuries and making LVMH so big? Although it's a very difficult question to answer generically, we can share our point of view. Luxury gives the feeling of being successful and the feeling that you are special and higher class above the others who cannot afford this luxury. And though there is not much practical value in these luxury products, yet these luxury brands are able to convince the most intelligent and successful people in this world to be excited to give their money every single day to buy these luxuries. And Bernard became the person to bring all these luxuries under one roof. And though it seems good, it is extremely difficult to bring the most innovative and creative people to work in collaboration. And it's a skill that made Bernard successful. As per Bernard, luxury goods are the only area in which it is possible to make luxury margins. And he has proven himself right while bringing this into reality. Today, the 73-year-old Bernard Arnault and his 5 kids oversee LVMH Group and are who's who of overpriced luxury fashion brands. But Bernard Arnault has been in many controversies since he took over the Business empire. Bernard received lots of backlash from the media when he fired 9,000 employees within 2 years after taking over Business. He was named as the Terminator for his ruthless business practices. He was also named as the Wolf in Cashmere when he took over LVMH and fired all top executives. In 1999, Bernard decided to buy Gucci and started buying the shares of the company. The CEO of Gucci at the time and the board was aware of the Bernard's business practices. But before they could do anything, Bernard bought 34.4% shares of the company. But then, Gucci went ahead and created an employer stock ownership plan and reduced LVMH ownership from 34.4% to 20%. Later, Gucci went ahead and sold 42% of the stake to the Kering Group, and Bernard was not able to take over Gucci, but was criticized for his questionable business practices. In 2012, Bernard planned to leave his home in objection to the rising taxes, but seemingly got shamed into staying by the country's press. This time, the media called him a traitor for seeking Belgian citizenship for tax avoidance. Bernard's fortune keeps climbing as he strengthens his monopoly on luxuries that rich people buy. According to the World Bank, during the COVID pandemic, the rich got richer than at any point in the recorded history. Bernard was one of the world's wealthiest men who collectively doubled their fortunes from $700 billion to $1.5 trillion at a rate of $15,000 per second or $1.3 billion daily. If you want to know about all those people who doubled their wealth during COVID, I will leave the link in the video description. Bernard's yacht of cash grew from $76 billion in 2020 to $190 billion in just 2 years, with a 96.5% stake in Christian Dior and 46.84% stake in LVMH, making him the wealthiest person in the world. With all this, Bernard Arnault and LVMH empire shows no sign of slowing down. Forbes has described Bernard as one of the world's ultimate tastemakers. Bernard's story is exactly not rags to riches, but it does reveal a man driven by ambition who built his own empire. The key to his business method is timing. As he said himself, I think in business you have to learn to be patient. Maybe I'm not very patient myself, but I think I have learned the most is to be able to wait for something and get it when it's the right time. Well, that's about Bernard Arnault and LVMH business. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like it. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and help us grow. We are trying to bring more amazing business stories to you. If you are subscribing to the channel, please comment I subscribed and I'll reply to all of you. And with that said, I shall catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.